Alright, what's up, all my bass heads out there in car audio land? YouTube, this is Image Design Audio. Today we're gonna talk about sound quality. I got a couple of people in my messages asking me about sound quality. I'm gonna give you guys 3 or 4 tips on how to get the best sound quality out of your equipment, your car audio equipment, meaning your subwoofers, your amplifiers, and everything else. We're gonna start with that first. So tip 1 to the best sound quality on how good your system's gonna sound. First, we're gonna start off with 4 ohms sounds better than 2 ohms. I don't care what nobody says, it's the truth. You can Google it yourself. The difference between 4 ohms and 2 ohms, I'm gonna give you a quick example, is at 4 ohms, you might get half of the power coming from your amp, but that power is gonna be controlled. It's going to pick up more notes in the bass itself, and it's gonna sound more clear at 4 ohms. A lot of us audiophile guys, even home theater and car audio, it doesn't matter. We always make a joke about 8 ohms would sound amazing. But at 8 ohms, you're going to get 1/3 of the power out of your amplifier. It's going to sound good, but at a low volume. So knowing in car audio, we want some power. So 4 ohms would most likely be best. That's where you want to start. If you want sound quality and you're just not trying to be loud, you can still be loud. You just gonna need twice the power if you want to sound loud and you want to sound clean. So second tip for good sound quality is your amplifier needs to be at a low ratio far as signal to noise. THD or harmonic ratio. So I'll explain that. So let's say we got 2 amplifiers, amplifier 1, amplifier 2. Amplifier 1's ratio is 0 to 10 far as the noise to signal. The second one is 0.05 or 0. Let's say 0.4. The amplifier that says 0.4 is gonna be more clean. Okay, all the other specs we're gonna leave the same. Both of them 1,000 watts, 600 watts, whatever you want to make it. The one that has the lower distortion level is going to sound the cleanest. All 2 of these things work together. The amplifier, the subwoofer, they all work together if you want to get sound quality with the power. So THD, I'm explaining that. THD, when you see a THD number, amplifier 1, its THD is 109 decibels, meaning after 109 decibels, it's gonna sound like shit. I said it, shit. You're not gonna get that deep bass. You're just gonna get loud music after 109 decibels. The other amplifier, let's say it's 85 THD or 86. After 86 decibels, you're gonna get noise. It's not gonna be clean bass at one point. It's just gonna be hitting hard and it's just gonna be loud. Do you want to sound like cans and bottles? That's up to you. Me, no, not necessarily. I want to thump, I want to hum. I might want you to hear me from a block away. On 4 ohms. I'm doing that on 4 ohms. I don't care what you say. I pull up on you, you're gonna hear me before I get there. But that's a whole nother story. So, and I'm only on 600 watts, 800 at the most. But that's a whole nother story because it's clean for one, and the frequency. We get into that another time. So the third tip is your frequency resonance. You want your frequency resonance to be as the same as the tuning of your box. as your low pass frequency, the frequency that you like, you want to hit. I'm gonna give you an example. I have 2 sets of 2 different brands of speakers. The brands don't matter because all of them specs are the same, far as how many watts, the RMS, how the peak wattage. But one of the things that makes the difference in sound quality is difference. A lot of people are not paying attention to is frequency resonance. That is a very important spec when you're trying to get the best sound quality. Why? What that means is I have one sub, I think it's frequency, well, this is an example. Its frequency resonance is 32. There's another sub I have, its frequency resonance is 29 hertz. So you got 32 hertz versus 29 hertz, which is the lowest frequency that it sounds best at. That's what frequency resonance mean it sounds its best at, it sounds its cleanest at, and it sounds its loudest at. Remember that, it's loudest. You can Google all of this. You got a smartphone, be smart. That is the case with the sound quality far as that goes. So if I'm running the same amp, same power, same everything, same ratio far as signal to noise, THD, all of that, but I set my low pass filter to 32 or 30, let's say 30. I set it to 30, but I put in that sub that sounds its best at 32. It's not finna sound its best. It sounds good, but you ain't heard it at its best yet, because my low pass filter is below its frequency resonance. But if I hit its frequency resonance, I'm telling you guys, this is the honest to God truth. I've done it myself. I've showed it to friends of mine. It's gonna sound cleaner, it's gonna sub better, and it's gonna be louder. A significant louder, because that's the frequency that sub is tuned to. See, you got to get into how a subwoofer is built. The more winding you have around the coil, the deeper frequency that resonant frequency is going to be, and the more power that sub's voice coil can take. So how the subwoofers build makes a big difference on the specs and how it's going to sound. So now you guys understand how to get the best sound quality. And this is for you SQ guys, you sound quality guys. Also, you got your SQ other guys that want to get loud too, SQ SPL. Those guys, they want to sound good and they want to get loud. Like my car is SQ SPL. I can get loud too. You can hear me from a block away. You're gonna hear me because I'm hitting that low frequency. And also frequencies have their own range of where or the distance. Okay, good example. At 30 hertz, you should be able to hear the car from maybe like 50 feet away. At 50 hertz, you should be able to hear a car maybe around 15 feet, around 50 hertz, depending on how loud the decimal. But that range will get louder as in volume gets louder, but that range is still where it is. Its peak is still going to be at 30 feet. When you're hitting 30 hertz, it's still going to be at 50 feet. So like my car right now, the further you get away from it, the louder it sounds. You can stand right next to my car at like 25 hertz and you hardly hear it, but you walk away, oh, that shit gets loud. So anyway, those are my tips on sound quality. Jot it down, write it down. This is Image Design Audio, sound quality, and we're out, guys. Have a good day.